Communities left in fear as gang feud brews. Why $8.6 trillion BlackRock loves New Zealand. And is it time to ban phones in schools? The party that wants to see them off and away all day. Ata Maria, I'm Sherry Kinnear, and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. The Palmerston North community has been left on edge as gang tensions increase. Sunday's fatal shooting of a man in Highbury is being treated as gang-related. It follows days of unrest between mongrel mob and Black Power members. A Headhunters member was fatally shot at Auckland's Point, England on Saturday. A 28-year-old man has been charged in relation to the incident, and police aren't ruling out further arrests. Search teams continue to reassess their efforts to find Yan Fei Bao. It's now been 3 weeks since the 44-year-old Christchurch real estate agent was last seen alive. She's been missing since she arrived at a house for sale on Trevor Street in Hornby, set to show a potential buyer through. 10 teams were out sweeping a paddock on the outskirts of the city yesterday, working through a thick tree line and tramping through bush.
It's a case of we will assess results at the end of the day, reassess where we need to be, and we take into account, further information that comes into the investigation.
A warning: New Zealand will be facing a critical shortage of GPs if current trends persist. The Lifeline for Health report urges the retention and expansion of the existing workforce. It recommends significantly increasing the number of trainee GPs, providing better supportive career planning, and re-evaluating operating and business models in primary and community care. Co-author Des Gorman says a huge number of doctors and nurses are leaving the profession or cutting back their hours. The government's partnering with one of the world's biggest investment firms to deliver clean energy. BlackRock Capital will stump up $2 billion of private funds for solar, wind and green hydrogen infrastructure. The Prime Minister says this could help New Zealand become the first country globally to run entirely on renewable electricity. BlackRock Australasia Chief Executive Andrew Landman told Madison Reddy why they're backing New Zealand.
There's a real sense of achievability. The investee companies we're looking at and starting to look at, we think the period of innovation and the per capita innovation, we think is a great investment thesis.
And National's promising to ban the use of mobile phones in all schools if it wins October's election. Leader Chris Luxon says it would apply to all year groups at all times of the day. But that doesn't mean no phones in schools. Luxon says the presumption is phones will be off and packed away all day, a policy many schools already have in place. He says students who need a phone for health purposes and those with learning challenges who need their phones will have an exemption, and schools will ultimately be able to decide exactly how they want to enforce the policy. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.